welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Today I'm going to be doing an awesome decluttering project. If you are new, welcome. My name is Kay. I'm a professional home organizer and soprano here in the Boston area, and I'm here to inspire you to live a more organized life. So we just moved into our new home and we have an actual storage room, which is so awesome. So I've done a little bit of organizing of this space. I had just thrown stuff in here when we first moved in, and today I'm going to officially organize it and make it look better than it has been looking. I'm just going to work with what I already have. I'm not going to go out and buy new things, but I'm definitely going to be doing a little bit of a declutter. So I'm going to help you get motivated to also declutter your house and tell you my organizing secrets along the way. All right, let's do this. This is my assistant. I don't know if he's going to be helping out or not, but he's definitely following me around. So this is terrible lighting, but I'm in the room now and I'm gonna be basically attacking this area. I think I'm gonna move those suitcases up to the first shelf up there, just because I need that plant stuff and I keep grabbing for it and I keep having to get on the ladder to get it, which is not optimal. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in and declutter the stuff that I feel like we don't really need anymore. That's gonna be a challenge because we just moved into this house. I don't know what organizing things we need and we don't need, but I'm gonna try and be brutal because I don't want this space to be very cluttered and ugly. And secondly, we'll put everything in cool looking containers and it'll be really lovely and a nice place to come in to grab like paper towels or extra toilet paper or whatever we're gonna store down here, which I think is just like utility stuff and organizing stuff. Clover, are you gonna help? Are you gonna help? I've also got my bin set up here. I've got one to donate and one for rehoming things. So if I want to keep something, but I don't think it should live here, there's a category called rehome, question mark, which I'm gonna put it somewhere else in the house, but donate, rehome. I don't think there's anything that I need to toss, but if I do need to toss things, I do have a trash bag. Always have some trash bags at the ready if you're ready to declutter, because you're probably gonna be throwing some things in the garbage if they're like damaged or if they're gross or something. So we got one, we're ready to go. And last thing I need for decluttering are some good tunes. So I got my AirPods and I'm gonna be putting on some good tunes. So I'll see you on the other side. I think one of the things that stops people from starting these kinds of projects is that they're intimidated by the amount of things that need to be organized. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to get worse before it gets better. So just jump in, don't be afraid. And since we had moved so many times in the last few years, some of the organizing solutions that we had picked up from the Container Store or Marshall's or wherever worked for those spaces, but when we moved, we found that we didn't need them in those spaces. So don't be afraid to declutter organizing solutions. And also, this is my travel container where I had all my travel things. I decided that I wanted to let go of this and consolidate it to just a really small package. And I did that. I got rid of so many things that I wasn't using over the last few years, and it felt so good. And with that, I also passed on a bunch of those organizing solutions that I no longer needed. So don't be afraid to just purge, and keep going. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. Believe me, I made a big mess. This also took me a few days, I'm not gonna lie. It's stuff that we had been holding on to for a long time and that I really had a hard time deciding whether or not I wanted to keep or not. But in the end, the more I got rid of, the more I was encouraged to get rid of. Okay, I'm making really good progress over here on this side. I've got a bunch of things that I just tossed because they were spoiled or I'm never gonna use them and they were just sad and I couldn't go to someone else. And I've taken things out of these decorative boxes because I always forget what's inside. I have these clear boxes, which are always good for storing things that you forget where they are. So like this is cords and stuff, and we've got some other business over here. So I'm gonna keep plugging away, and we're gonna do this thing. I'm very excited. I just want to reiterate that this project took me probably 3 days to complete. I took a break of a day and then kept going, the next few days. And To give yourself some time when doing these kinds of decluttering and organizing projects, especially if it's a big room like this with all kinds of random things. These are some dog toys that I was decluttering as well. My dog is only one dog and he had a bazillion toys because it's very, very fun to buy him toys, but there were toys that he wasn't playing with. So I put them in a separate pile to donate to an animal shelter so that some other dogs could play with Clover's old toys. If you also have towels you need to donate, animal shelters also love towels. Places like Goodwill and Salvation Army usually aren't going to accept old linens, so animal shelters are the way to go. And I also was getting rid of a bunch of shoe boxes because I had actually decluttered a whole host of shoes, so I figured why not also declutter the boxes. I thought about reusing them, but then I was like, I just don't have a reason to. So don't fall into the trap of trying to make uses for things that really don't have uses in your home anymore. The next tip I have is to store frequently used items in a place where you can actually grab them. These are all of my plant pots, and since my plants are currently growing and I'm cloning them all the time, I need to have access to different sized pots. And I was going down here over the past couple of months and having to get on a step stool every time to grab a pot, and it just didn't make any sense. So anything that you need frequently, you need to store at a place where you can grab at it. Since I'm short, that meant the bottom shelf. Now, my other good tip is to don't be afraid to practice trial and error. It took me a few tries to get this area the way that I really wanted it to look. At first I was arranging them, and then I was like, well, maybe I can put them in containers, and then it wasn't the right size containers. So allow yourself some trial and error when doing these projects. So give yourself a break. Be nice to yourself. You'll find the solution. After I organized my space, I made some custom labels with my Cricut. I am addicted to doing this. I have a Cricut problem. I need to be, admitted to Cricut Anonymous. I just love making custom labels. It's just super fun, and it gives you a really attractive, nice label for your containers. So after I was done assembling my first aid kit in my medicine cabinet, I put on my beautiful custom labels. Okay, it's been a few days. I've finished my storage room and I'm so excited to share it with you guys, so let's go take a look at it. So here is all of the stuff that is leaving from the storage room. Listen, I don't need all these containers, I don't need them. Somebody else can love them and have them. I don't need them anymore. So I'm gonna free them and send them along their merry way. Here's the new improved storage room. Yay! Oh my gosh! So over here we've got the backstock area where we have all kinds of backstock for paper goods. We've got extra Bonami up there. We got the medicine, bam. We got extra trash bags, bam. And everything has adorable labels on it. I of course made those with my Cricut. Hello, so cute. Also, take a look inside. Like, what? Who did that? Who did that? Over here we've got the paint and spackle and wallpaper situation all sorted along with tools and utility items. I think it looks so much better since I decluttered some stuff. And I made labels for all of the drawers. They all look so good. And we put some more drawer organization into this little situation, so we're loving it. And over here we decluttered a bunch of stuff, And now we only have the stuff we need, and we've got room for more. We've got room for more. So here we have these are the empty containers I'm keeping. These are just like extra bed linens for like guests and stuff. And this is Clover's dog toys for rainy days. This is basically his rainy day box in case it's too wild weather outside. We've got extra like appetizer plates. These is for like parties and stuff. And then like a vase for flowers and extra containers that don't get used a lot. Actually, that's not true. They do get used a lot for like extra snacks, but they're just clean, so I stuck them down here. And then we've got the candle stash. And down here we've got all my planting stuff. So we have my repotting mat here. We've got some extra pots here. It's mostly, it's mostly pots. Listen, it's mostly pots. When I pot stuff up, I need a selection of sizes. So I usually have like, if for cuttings, I have like a bunch of small ones like this. And then when I pot them up, I'll just pot them up in something a little larger. Some of these are cash bows, but some of these are actual pots. Like this is a pot. My Calathea rattlesnake was in here for like a year and a half, and then I potted it up and now it's huge. So that thing's gonna be a beast. But here's where I have all my soil mixing things, as well as some gloves and like a trowel and stuff. So I love it. And I love the labeling. Like, can we just? Okay friends, I hope you were inspired and I hope you enjoyed today's video. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.